Please subscribe, follow and like engineeringall.com.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got a rather interesting topic to discuss: what happens when you put diesel in a gasoline engine. You might think it's a simple mistake, but it can lead to some pretty serious consequences. So, let's dive right in. Segment 1, the basics. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with the basics. Gasoline and diesel are two different types of fuel commonly used in vehicles. Gasoline engines are designed to run on, you guessed it, gasoline, while diesel engines are made for, well, diesel fuel. The key difference lies in their ignition processes. Gasoline engines use spark plugs to ignite a mixture of air and gasoline, whereas diesel engines rely on compression to ignite the diesel fuel. Now, when you mix these two fuels up, things can go awry. Gasoline and diesel engines are fundamentally different in their operation, and this distinction has significant implications when it comes to fuel. Gasoline engines are designed to run on gasoline, a volatile fuel that ignites through the use of spark plugs. Diesel engines, on the other hand, are optimized for diesel fuel, which ignites through high compression and doesn't require spark plugs. Segment 2, putting diesel in a gasoline car. So, what happens if you mistakenly put diesel into a gasoline car? Well, let's find out. The first thing that occurs is a mismatch between the fuel and the engine's ignition system. Since diesel doesn't ignite easily through spark plugs, it can lead to problems with combustion. When you put diesel fuel into a gasoline car, the most immediate and critical issue is a mismatch between the type of fuel and the engine's combustion process. Gasoline engines rely on spark plugs to initiate combustion, whereas diesel engines use high compression to ignite diesel fuel. This means that the ignition systems in these engines are entirely different. Segment 3, effects on the engine. Now, let's talk about what this mismatch does to your engine. In a gasoline engine, the fuel and air mixture need to be precisely balanced for efficient combustion. Diesel, being denser, can lead to incomplete combustion, causing a few issues. In a gasoline engine, the fuel and air mixture must be carefully calibrated for optimal combustion. When you introduce diesel fuel into this equation, problems arise. Diesel fuel is denser and has a different energy density compared to gasoline, which can lead to incomplete combustion. First, you can get carbon buildup in the engine, which can clog various components, including the fuel injectors, and reduce engine efficiency. One of the primary issues caused by the introduction of diesel fuel into a gasoline engine is carbon buildup. Incomplete combustion of diesel fuel can result in the production of carbon deposits within the engine. These deposits can accumulate over time and clog critical components, such as fuel injectors, intake valves, and exhaust systems. As a result, engine efficiency decreases, leading to decreased power and fuel economy. Secondly, you might hear a knocking or pinging noise from the engine. This is due to the irregular combustion caused by the diesel fuel. Another noticeable effect of diesel in a gasoline engine is abnormal engine noises. You might hear knocking, pinging, or rattling sounds coming from the engine. These noises occur because diesel fuel doesn't combust smoothly in a gasoline engine, leading to irregular and often violent combustion events. These irregularities can produce the distinct knocking noise, which is a sign that something is amiss with your engine. Segment 4, potential damage. Now, the big question: can putting diesel in a gasoline car cause permanent damage? Yes, it can. If left untreated, the stress on the engine caused by this mismatch can damage various engine components, such as the pistons, valves, and even the catalytic converter. Repairs can be expensive. Putting diesel in a gasoline car is more than just a momentary inconvenience. If you start the engine and continue driving with diesel in the system, it can indeed lead to permanent damage. The stress placed on engine components due to the combustion irregularities can result in significant problems. Some of the potential damage includes: 1. Piston damage. The increased stress on the pistons can lead to piston damage, or even piston rod bending. 2. Valve damage. Irregular combustion can also harm the engine's valves, potentially causing them to warp or break. 3. Catalytic converter damage. The catalytic converter, responsible for reducing harmful emissions, can be damaged by the unburned fuel and increased heat generated by improper combustion. 4. Fuel system issues. The fuel injection system and fuel pump can also be affected, requiring costly repairs or replacement. Overall, the financial cost of repairing these damages can be substantial, making it crucial to address the issue promptly. Segment 5. What to do if you make this mistake. Alright, so you've realized your mistake. What should you do? First, don't start the engine. It's crucial to minimize the damage. Call a tow truck and have the vehicle towed to a mechanic or a service station. If you ever find yourself in the unfortunate situation of having put diesel in a gasoline car, it's vital to take immediate action. The most crucial step is not to start the engine. Starting the engine with diesel in the system can exacerbate the issues and lead to more severe damage. Instead, follow these steps. 1. Stop fueling. If you realize the mistake while at the gas station, stop fueling immediately. 2. Don't start the engine. Under no circumstances should you attempt to start the engine. This is crucial to prevent further damage. 3. Call for assistance. Contact a tow truck or roadside assistance service to have your vehicle towed to a mechanic or service station. Explain the situation so they can handle it appropriately. Segment 6. Preventive measures. To avoid this costly blunder, here are some preventive measures. Always double-check the fuel type you're using. Most cars have clear labels near the fuel filler cap or inside the fuel door. Pay attention to them. Preventing the mistake of putting diesel in a gasoline car starts with vigilance and attention to detail. Here are some steps you can take. 1. Check fuel labels. Before you start fueling, always double-check the fuel type specified for your vehicle. Most cars have clear labels near the fuel filler cap or inside the fuel door indicating the correct fuel type. Pay close attention to these labels to ensure you're using the right fuel. 2. Fuel nozzle size. In many countries, the fuel nozzles for gasoline and diesel are intentionally designed with different sizes to prevent accidental misfilling. Gasoline nozzles are typically smaller, while diesel nozzles are larger. Be aware of this difference and choose the appropriate nozzle. And there you have it, folks. Mixing up diesel and gasoline can be a costly mistake, potentially causing engine damage and repair bills. So, always pay attention at the pump. And if you ever find yourself in this situation, don't start the engine. Call for professional assistance. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more informative content. Putting diesel in a gasoline engine is a mistake that can have serious consequences for your vehicle. It can lead to a range of problems, from poor engine performance to significant and costly damage. However, by following preventive measures and knowing what to do in case of a misfilling incident, you can avoid these issues and ensure your vehicle runs smoothly.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the red button to subscribe for more videos.